In this module, learners will review the actions, processes, and deliverables associated with each of the 5 Ds. This video has 6 parts. Part 1 explores the define stage. Part 2 explores the design stage. Part 3 explores the demonstrate stage. Part 4 explores the develop stage. Part 5 explores the deliver stage. And Part 6 combines the theoretical aspects with the practical aspects of instructional design and delivery. In the define stage, designers develop their initial understanding of the learners, their needs, the overall goal, potential benchmarks of success, and the instructional product, and begin to think about how to determine if the program is effective. Oftentimes, this phase leads to a proposal. In the define phase, the instructional designer determines needs that lead to the project and gather data to create new needs statement. Determines who the learner is by gathering data to confirm the characteristics of the learner. Includes statement of the needs. Determines the goals and writes preliminary goal statements. Determines contact scope and possible instructional events and activities for the learners. Conducts initial brainstorming with the team for development to pitch as a proposal. Drafts ideas for assessments. Develops a plan for development and learner test piloting, and finally develops formative evaluation plans. In the design stage, this involves the development of instructional design documents to provide a crisp audience definition, description of instructional needs, high-level objectives, an assessment plan, contact descriptions and instructional strategies, and a plan for prototype testing and informative evaluation. In the design phase, the instructional designer attempts to gain clarity of need from the subject matter expert and the client, or whoever the project is being made for. They develop a deeper understanding of the audience. They develop documents and receive approval of these documents. They develop goals, discuss the outcomes with stakeholders, determine prerequisite skills needed by learners, and work with the team, if applicable, on goals and outcomes. During the design phase, they will work with subject matter experts to define content, brainstorm activities, develop descriptions of materials and media needed for the course or unit, present instructional strategies, consider assessments, develop descriptions of assessments, and present these ideas to stakeholders. And finally, prepare and modify formative evaluation plans in order to get feedback. In the demonstrate stage, the goal is to help everyone see the project. In other words, what the project will look like, how it will work, and will it be effective. This phase is marked by a lot of communication between clients, subject matter experts, overseers, or other key stakeholders. Prototypes, working drafts, and storyboards are checked and scrutinized. During the demonstrate phase, learning designers monitor production documents and resources to ensure they are audience appropriate. They monitor ability of resources to meet the needs of the learners and explain this to the client and overseers. Make sure the documents and activities will fulfill the outcomes. They'll develop and present drafts to clients and overseers. Develop specifications for assessment, develop assessment instruments, and receive approval for these assessments. And finally, evaluate effectiveness of prototypes with learners. In the develop phase, the designer continues to develop key instructional resources and assessments while also receiving and reviewing feedback from stakeholders or team members. During the develop phase, designers continue to monitor material development to guarantee it is appropriate for the audience and collects data on the ability of the materials to meet the needs of learners. They also continue to monitor that the materials and activities will lead to the accomplishment of goals. The same can be said for the activities, the instructional strategies, and the assessments selected for this product. This phase also sees continued efforts to collect learner data through additional evaluations. In the deliver phase, this phase results in the successful conclusion of the instructional design project. This is where the product is provided to the client or organization in need. Everything is provided or presented to the client or organization at this point. Learner data and feedback may continue to refine resources up through the delivery process. There might be also discussion on a revision process in the future and maybe a timetable when this revision will take place. Real-world instructional design doesn't always fall into nice and neat frameworks, models, and progressions. In reality, it is a complex process requiring the learner designer to wear multiple hats. The instructional designer must be an educator, project manager or leader, learner advocate, technologist, writer and editor, analyst, and trainer. EDU 614. This course had one instructional designer who acted as subject matter expert and a production specialist. Although this course was a rapid single-person production, it will go through many iterations over the next few deliveries. Student feedback will be crucial to help refine the course and its deliverables. Some courses at Notre Dame have teams for development.